teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or
No.
I got some big tea. You messy and I'm a little messy too, but this ain't about me. This not about me. This ain't about me. I know I got limits.
Clock.
How was you well? How was you well? Be sure to smash that follow button on all platforms. Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
So everything was good actually until January. In January, I had some personal things going on. So I want to say it was probably like 2 days before booking.
And wait 1 minute, okay? I'm not here to destroy nobody, bully nobody, or intimidate nobody. I'm just putting out the stuff that you put on social media publicly. All right, y'all. Enjoy this clip.
So I never got a chance to sit down with him and Alvo and get everything fully set up because I had just came back in the country. So I was texting him like, I'm going to meet with y'all in a little bit. I'll give y'all all the information. And then I ended up being snatched away. So once that happened, my team reached out and they're like, Izzy's unavailable right now. We'll reach out to you, let you know what you need for the booking. Here goes your flights. Here goes the remainder of the payment. You got to get to this booking in Virginia. So Shamar lost his shit right then and there. He went crazy. They let him know to take a couple days so that they could get everything figured out, to update him with his payments and all of that stuff. Because at that time I was solely responsible for it. So once that happened, he went back and forth with the promoter and was like, I'm not coming. I don't have what I need to come. I didn't get my payment. Da, 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 da. So at that time, that was 100% true. Because he had the information to go to the booking, but he had not gotten his payment. He didn't have his flight information, none of that stuff. Because we were supposed to sit down and talk about that day. My team reached out to him and they let him know, like, okay, so here's your booking information. Here goes the remainder of the payment. He gets belligerent with the promoter and they start going back and forth with the promoter, letting him know, like, I didn't get the initial payment, so I'm not coming. The promoter's like, well, we've been on the phone with your team, which is the person who had my phone, that and speaking with Shamar, and they were like, we'll do anything to make sure that you get here. We'll give you extra money. We'll make sure that your back end is paid up front. Da, 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 da. He said, even if you don't have your flight information, we'll make sure that you have flight information. But he never needed it because the flights were purchased on our end. It was Delta flights. After that whole blow up, the next day, they never went to the show. The promoter obviously lost out on money because if they're speaking with someone from my team and they're speaking with you, letting you know that, we're trying to make it right, you're already on the line. You listening to the fans. You saying your money was stolen, but you got accommodations coming out the money, your flights, your hotels, all of that stuff, because it was an all-in price. So basically, it made it look to the promoter like he didn't want to go. Because it's the reason why we weren't listed in the lawsuit. Because he's been in constant communication with everybody on the professional side to take care of what he needed to.
Okay, I want to know what you guys are thinking. Keep in mind, this is not the full interview, but I think this is enough information for us to try to draw a conclusion, right? All this is speculation, alleged. We don't know. We just know what she said, so we're trying to piece it together. But based on what I just heard, it sounds like Shamar was correct. The money never went to him, meaning the promoter never sent the funds to him. The funds went to whoever the management was. It sounds like whatever trouble Izzy got into prevented her from fully doing her job. And she wasn't able to properly communicate with him what he had coming up and what he needed to do. It sounds like Shamar was introduced to a bunch of different people he wasn't accustomed to working with. It sounds like, based on what she said, because she said his hotel and airfare came out of the front end money, and whatever monies he may or may not have received likely didn't look right to Shamar, if he ever received anything. Because I'm confused, because first you say, my people got in touch with him and they sent him his money and all that stuff. Then she say, Shamar had a conversation with the promoter and say, I never got my money, I'm not coming. Then she say, well, he's been in constant communication with the promoter been in constant communication with the person who was handling the business for me. And keep in mind, his hotel and flights and everything is also coming out of that money because it's an all-in deal. So it was like, did he receive the money? Is the money that he received, did it look funny to Shamar? Did it not make sense? Could Shamar have gotten on a plane and went out there? Possibly. But all this sounds like it was less than 24 hours because she mentioned a conversation happened the day before where the promoter was like, we'll do what we need to do to get you here. and then he didn't show up the next day. So this sounds like all within a day, and wanting Shamar to get on a plane, go perform, and trust that when he got there, he was going to get his money. So I don't know. Something ain't adding up. I'm not really sure what's not making sense to me, but am I tripping? Are y'all understanding where I'm coming from? What would you have done in this situation? Like, would you have got on a plane and flew down there in hopes that things was going to be what it was going to be without any type of preparation? Because if Shamar didn't know, that means he didn't have his outfits together. He didn't have makeup and hair together. Nothing. Hotel, nothing. So I'm not really sure, like, who dropped the ball in this situation. I mean, if I had to say, based on what I just heard, I would say Izzy dropped the ball because she got into a bind. And why was it 2 days prior to him going to this booking that he still hadn't been pulled in about what he was supposed to be doing in Virginia? I'm very confused. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts.